This quartet had one of the longest careers of any doo-wop group, adapting its honey smooth approach to the sweet uptown soul sound of the mid-1960s. From the start, the group's lead singer's Yearn Away with a Ballad was their calling card, but their repertoire was complemented by more R&B inflected dance tracks. The centerpiece of today's video is all about Little Anthony and the Imperials. Before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push the notification bell to be sure you won't miss on any more uploads. Now without further ado, let's cue that intro. Little Anthony was born Jerome Anthony Gordine in 1940 and raised in Brooklyn's Fort Greene projects. While in high school, he sang with the DuPonts, a doo-wop group that released a single, Prove It Now, in 1957.
Come on, baby, prove it tonight.
They separated after graduation, and Gordine joined another group named the Chesters, which was created by his buddy Clarence Collins and included lifelong friend Ernest Wright Jr., Tracy Lord, and Nat Rogers were the other two members. Following a one-off single for Apollo, they signed a record deal with the N label in 1958, and their name was changed to the Imperials. DJ Alan Freed later added the moniker Little Anthony at the beginning of the group's name. The Imperials' debut record for N was the iconic Heart H ballad, Tears on My Pillow, which reached the top 5 on both the mainstream and R&B charts.
When you find the one you love, she'll fill your heart with joy.
Little Anthony's dramatic performance was undoubtedly aided in the public eye by his youthful sounding voice and moniker, which evoked the recently successful Frankie Lyman. The single's B-side, Two People in the World, was also a smash, propelling the Imperials to the forefront of the vocal group scene.
In love, I'm the boy who told the girl of the...
Landing a follow-up success was tough, but the ensemble charted many songs, So Much,
So hard, it's oh so hard.
Wishful Thinking,
But I confide in you. Always.
and A Prayer in a Jukebox.
And that I willed you here with me.
Without even approaching their earlier success. Finally, the novelty dance hit Shimmy Shimmy Cold Cold Bop gained popularity in 1960, propelling Little Anthony and the Imperials back to the top of the charts, albeit it fell short of the top 10.
Join her in her dancing spree, felt my spine a tingle, held that tight and
The follow-ups, My Empty Room,
my empty room and cry.
and Please Say You Want Me were flops, so Little Anthony chose to pursue a solo career in late 1961.
That you belong to me. Say that.
The Imperials continued with a new lineup of Collins, Wright, Sammy Strain, and George Kerr, who was replaced by Kenny Seymour in 1962. Little Anthony and his former bandmates were unsuccessful on their own, so he returned to the fold in late 1963, replacing Seymour. The Imperials reformed the next summer and signed with the DCP label, where producer and composer Teddy Randazzo made him his top focus. His first effort with the group, I'm on the Outside Looking In, reached number 15 on both the pop and R&B charts in 1964, reestablishing the Imperials as a commercial presence.
In your eyes, I thought.
The follow-up, Going Out of My Head, was a smash, returning them to the pop top 10 for the first time since. Tears on My Pillow,
Walk past me, you don't even know that I exist.
it was covered quite often in the years that followed and grew into something of a pop standard. The Imperial streak of good fortune continued with the equally dramatic ballad, Hurt So Bad, another top 10 hit that also became their second R&B top 5er in 1965.
It's gonna hurt so bad if you
A couple of smaller hits followed later that year in. I Miss You So.
No tears. Now you find
And the pop and R&B top 20. Take Me Back.
a look or two. They were two.
Little Anthony and the Imperials continued to chart singles for several years, but just one 1969's. Out of Sight, Out of Mind broke into the top 50 on either the pop or R&B sides. That same year, the group changed labels to United Artists, and Ernest Wright Jr. left to join vocalist Tony Williams' current version of the Platters. He was replaced by a returning Kenny Seymour, who was then replaced by Bobby Wade in 1971, the year of the group's final chart song. Help me find a way to say I love you. Sammy Strain left in 1972 and rejoined the OJs 4 years later. His successor was Harold Jenkins. Little Anthony left the group for the second time in 1975 to pursue a recording and acting career, which effectively spelled the end of the road. However, a Collins-led lineup did manage to score one last hit in the UK, 1977's Who's Gonna Love Me.
Who's gonna love me? Who's gonna need?
Little Anthony became a born-again Christian in 1978 and subsequently recorded a gospel album, Daylight. Anthony Collins, Wright, and Strain reunited in 1992 and toured the oldie circuit steadily. Now, before we go, I have a question for you all. What is your favorite song from Little Anthony and the Imperials?